Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Playing on CoinPoker this time. What we did was we deposited a 50, which is 75 Aussie. And so what's going to happen now is we've got a welcome bonus. Also, we do have, we will plan to deposit a little bit more, which will give us double the rake back as well, which should be able to help us claim the 75 that gives to us now because we deposited 50, which means that we get 150% bonus. We get double rake back as well if we deposit again, which we will. And then, yeah, that'll give it. We've got about a month of doing that. Anyway, from what I've played yesterday, played 4 tables yesterday, did okay. I think I went up to about $1 or $2. And I've got some rake back already. $1 rake back yesterday alone. When I do a video, I'm going to do 2 tables. We're going to do this sizing. Let me know in the colors if you guys like the color scheme. Do you want the cards different color as well? I'm saying the back of the cards, the color of the tables as well. I picked this one because I thought it looks pretty cool anyway. And thanks guys for all the for the comments as well. Nothing really changes, just on a new site. We're going to be playing pretty much similar. The funny thing is, you have auto muck, so sometimes you won't be able to see what they have anyway when they muck the hand, different to what GG Poker is anyway. So we're going to actually bet this one, build the pot up. We got the ace of diamonds, got the nut flush, so why not? Need to build up the pot. Unfortunately, we did miss. Don't think we can bet again. Can we bet again? We do have a flush, but oh man, if he's got an 8, he's never folding. Oh, we had the best hand anyway. But the theory there was I could throw a bet in, and hands like ace, king, ace, queen do fold out probably. Pocket pairs mainly fold out. But the reason why I didn't bet there, I thought maybe if he had an 8, he'd call. Maybe a 9 he calls. Also, this field's a little bit softer as well. Not sure about the not really sure about the site how it handles at the moment. So I'm still learning. Yesterday I had 4 tables going, so seemed to manage that all right. This is just a regular cash. It's 7. It's not 6-way, so it's going to be a bit different. We're not going to be opening as wide as normal. We just need to tighten up just a little bit more. So typically you want to probably adjust to middle stage, middle. Is it middle like what is it? Middle position, you probably want to start opening like an under gun range in a 6 max. So where we normally open is where we're going to fold, but we could still probably go a little bit wider since the players here seem to be pretty fishy. There is some regulars that I've seen already, so Soul Catchers is someone I've already played against, and there's a couple of others that I'll probably already see. And this is and from history as well. We don't actually have a HUD. No one no one actually plays with a HUD on this site, which is pretty cool. Also, it doesn't really hurt us since we already know that majority of regulars all have the same boring stats anyway, so we don't need to see that. What does that mean? We don't have to adjust anything here, really. We just need to make sure we pay attention just to what people actually do. Mainly just seeing the new faces and all the same old faces repeat as well. And we're going to go from there. Gets under the gun. It's going to fold a7. Not going to do anything crazy. We can open up more tables. As you can see, there's plenty of tables being played now. So what we'll do is we'll create another one. All right, just making sure they're all large. Very strange sometimes. Yeah, I'm still learning this side. It seems to auto go to the action anyway, so that's fine. Oh, we got pocket aces. Yeah, so I find this side pretty handy. It's not too bad. Look like everyone folded the aces, possibly. Or maybe not. Oh, there you go. It's going to go all in. He's already at 25 big blinds. I'm just going to slide across. He's at 11. He's not going to fold with 20 more to go. Unless he's a really bad player. King 8's just going to fold there. Lucky another 3 didn't come out, so that's fine. So that's fine. King 3 offsuit. I mean, it's a short stack as well. So short stacks mean they're probably not going to be great players. Another thing too is you'll see an X. That means they're just unverified accounts, which means that if an account is verified, that means they're potentially a winning player, I would say, because they've taken time to actually, go through the process of identifying themselves and, making sure they can redraw, which we need to be able to do as well. So I don't want to be playing hundreds of hours for no reason at all. Um, the reason why I don't think it was a waste playing on GG Poker, I like the actual format. The site was really good, but at the same time, yeah, we just couldn't withdraw. But we had plenty of experience. We were working on everything all at the same time as well. So still working on the same thing. So calling out of position, just trying to fix that up still. It's always going to be a constant battle, I think. Heads up is not great. I need to get rid of that one, I think. 8-9 is just going to get rid of. So, yeah, there's a couple of things still working on. I mean, over pairs, we just don't want to run into a situation where we run into a set. Where it's going to happen, though. It's not like, you got pocket aces, pocket kings. You can't avoid that. Oh, he's deep stacked. I'm going to raise anyway. I'm in the position. If he decides to raise as well, I'm probably going to call. Depending on the sizing as well. All right, so this helps our range. All right, ace 8's beautiful. Ace 8 suited. It's under the gun. Hopefully no one 3-bets too much. King 7, I might be go for steal. Soul Catchers does have an opening when they do it, opening size pretty big. So they play 3.5 big blinds. Well, they did yesterday. Maybe today's a different day. They might have been put off a little bit. Seeing he folded, that was good. So we won the hand. He folded pre-flop. They're still going to raise this one up. Probably going to raise it. We'll raise it up to 8. Got a core. Got a fold out of position. Ace 8, unfortunately. And the other thing too is what we're so used to now is clicking to see what the flop is going to be. We can't see what the flop is going to be, which is not a bad thing. You just need to know that. You make the right decisions. You don't need to be curious to see what the flop does every single time. All right, gonna bet here. He's gonna fold out a lot. We've been doing this non-stop on GG Poker. All right, I'm gonna call here. Hopefully no one raises. Hopefully Soul Catchers doesn't raise. Although when they do bet, they bet big. But I don't think they're the type of player to get out of the way. We've got an ace. We're out of position. It's not great for us. We're multi-way, so we need to be on the defense now. We want to try and catch 2 pairs. Another ace on the board is probably not the worst, but we're 4-way. I'm just going to fold this one out. Ace 10 offsuit, could 3-bet though. All right, Queen 2 suited is going to fold. All right, I'm going to call 1 at least. He could be betting, they could be betting with a draw or a straight. Hopefully you see a check here, that'd be good. Queen Jack. So they actually missed a bet there on the river, but we were never calling anyway, so. I think we could have easily folded that one, but I think it's too weak. I mean, they could have still betting with, the flush draws, but the flush did come out after that. So even a bet there, we could have folded. The only other thing we could do there is, knowing that we're going to play against this player a bit, On a scareboard, maybe we could potentially bet there and see if we can fold them off hands. Because maybe they overfold. So this is going to be something we need to keep an eye on, especially against soul catchers. King 9's not great, but we're in the cutoff. Alright, they got position on us. The last time I had position on them, that's the difference. I need to pay a bit of an attention to that, but ooh, everyone left that table. 9, 8, 7's folding. I'll bet 3. I'll bet one more, and I think they'll believe and then fold. And if they don't fold, that means they've got they've got a decent hand here. All right, we're gonna bet big here. We do have a book now. Yeah, we booked it on the river. Maybe could have bet a bit smaller, but I think if they've got a 7, they're gonna be calling. I need to. All right, we closed it. Fine. Still teething errors. All right, so we're playing 3 tables now. We did have 4 for a brief period, and then we're playing heads up. Then they realized that, I think we knew what we were doing. I'm somewhat. I'm not saying I'm a really good heads up player. We played spin and go. That's about my experience with heads up. And, the final table of a tournament, I've won a few tournaments in live poker as well. Won some in spinning gold. So, I mean, got to count for something. We know somewhat what we're doing. We don't just fold out anything. We'll bet this one. If they 3-bet here, we could light 4-bet. Did they learn from their mistakes? I don't know. Now we're just bluffing at this stage. Thin bet on the river. To have a 5. I think I'm going to call, but I'm not happy about it. Shit. Didn't see. They must have had it. That a 6-5. Okay. Fair enough. Good play. Alright, so that's 6-5. Probably could have been a fold. It was mainly to find out what they're betting there with. So raising to 3% bet. Yeah, so pretty much just saying they're not bluffing. All right, now we have a set. Now what are they going to do about it? Okay, we'll bet a little bit bigger. Nah. Okay, folds them in bet. When they don't have it. All right. So we're just getting notes. We've got to work on notes, and today we're working on them. Unfortunately, they didn't call the river. Potentially, it means that they're a good player. Then it means they've actually know how to fold. All right, it's going to raise a large bit here. They do have a limper, plus they have a caller. We're going to be out of position here. So I want to raise it. I think everyone folded anyway. You know, it's funny. I was confused then for a second too. I thought that was the hand, but the hand actually everyone folded to me, which was a bit strange. Anyway, pocket threes. Made it to the river, but multi-way pot. You know, we call there to try and set mine, but everyone's in the hand still, so just gonna fold out there. Waiting for another hand. I'm still even learning where the hand history is. So kings are there. There's the other one. I was trying to find where the kings are, but not sure. Doesn't matter anyway. I'm just assuming everyone folded. Oh, it was this table, wasn't it? King 10. Oh, they're the kings. I won. Oh, would have hit kings. Oh, you can see the flop as well. But everyone folded anyway. Oh, you can see the flop that way. I didn't know. There you go. Still learning the site. So we can actually learn, we can actually see the flop that way, but it's not a great habit to be into. But I guess it's curiosity. You can see if, you know, if you're going to hit or not. All right, we're going to limp here. We're in the small blind. I don't agree with this totally. But at the same time, Soul Catchers doesn't seem to be doing anything out of the ordinary. So we're not, by calling behind, unless they've got a monster, they ain't raising. So far they haven't been doing anything hard against us. They haven't been exploiting our calling. They play like ABC poker, I guess you'd say. So just knowing that they're not going to do anything out of line. There's no eight and no hearts, no ace on the board, so just fold that one out. It's pretty easy to do. Easy decisions. Get out of the way. Queen 5. Ooh, we got ace jack off, so all three about this one. We're in the dealer button. Since they've got a profile picture as well, we will pay attention to what they've got. We're going to do a ton of 3 betting. We're going to be a ton of C betting here. If they call, they probably got a diamond, maybe have a pocket pair. Got to check here on the turn. Or do we bet again? We could potentially still have the best hand. And then potentially we don't either. They could have queens, kings, tens. Yeah, they could have a lot. Yeah, not going to show. All right, that's fine. All right, queen jack offsuit. We have auto muck as well, so they can't see our hand if we don't win the pot. We don't have to show. And you might think, oh no, he's C betting again. But at the same time, we had position there. And I think he's going to fold out of time. And sometimes we do have the best hand there, but after he bets so big on the turn, after betting on the flop, I don't think he's going to purely be bluffing there all the time. He's going to definitely hit. All right, A6 is folding. Yeah. What we'll do is try and open up another table as well. Probably don't want to do more than 4 tables though. Wow. Okay. Bet's quite big. Probably got ace king. All right, we're going to open up queen 7. As each table gets active, we'll just widen it back up again. Seems to be an easy way to handle things. 5-2 is gone. 3 bets. We'll get a call. All right, king jack offsuit. No, we're going to be in a sandwich if we're not careful. All right, we're going to bet this one. It's a scary board for them. If they got ace king, unless they got 2 hearts. If they got ace king of hearts, they're folding. We got a ton of fold equity here. If they're calling here, they gotta have a hand. They could have ace king or an ace of hearts. They got aces. All right, so check them flop from big blind. I should have just said played passive. Played passive with an overpair. Anyway, I think we're going to be playing against them again. Anyway, we saved it, logged it up. Also, the mean will play it twice. But yeah, the reason why I bet there on the turn as well, it was such a scary board. Such a scary board that he's going to fold out a ton of ace king while her hand needs to get defended. He's going to fold out a lot of maybe jacks or something, maybe tens. Like, you know, a overpair that's not aces or kings probably. You know, queens and jacks are going to find it a hard time. I don't know if shoving there on the river, maybe shoving there on the river, maybe gets a ton of folds though. Pretty ballsy though. All right, ace queen. Yeah, definitely ballsy. I mean, if we go all in with that queen 7 hand, it's such a scary board. Some players will just never fold aces though. We do have position here. We're going to raise up pocket tens here. Is he folding? Yeah, he folded. We took it. It looks like we took down 10s as well. 9-7 from under the gun. Just gotta get rid of. Gonna raise it 4 times the big blind. And the fact that we're gonna be out of position again. Ooh, top set. We'll bet small. Hopefully he calls, then we just go all in on the river. Alright, unfortunately didn't hit. There was a potential that he had Queen Jack, and there's flush draws, straight draws. There was a ton of hands. He might even have a set, 2 pair, anything like that. That's the reason why I have to bet big there. Don't want to give up anything on the table. I think slow playing is definitely an error there. Yeah, if they don't have a hand, they're just going to fold out a ton. It's just poker, isn't it? All right, so we're down a little bit. We were about 41. I've got about $8 on the table. Probably a little bit more. Probably about 9. So we're slightly down. It's not earth-shattering, but we've also probably raked back a few dollars as well. Probably about $2 now. Remember, it's not Zoom as well, so this is why it's a little bit slower. And it's a little bit different because I'm not really used to the site, so I'm going to be doing a few probably silly things that probably don't make sense. A6 offsuit, we're just going to fold that. We don't want to create a bad habit. Raising small, that'd be interesting. So raise the small. Half bet. Oh, they just folded. There's a paired ward as well. Didn't really get any information out of that one. A3 suited, maybe could defend there. He's pretty wide. I mean, pretty deep. It's probably a little bit too deep. A little bit too wide for us though. Alright, X-ray, just gonna let it go. Not gonna do anything too fancy. Alright, we've got ace king. Definitely gonna be raising this one up. What are you doing, Ironheart? So you can just hover over the notes and it comes up. That's pretty good. Alright, Gorillas is another one, I think. I think everyone's pretty much a reg here. Wow. I'm going to raise it up a little bit higher because we're at a position and it's currently 3-way. Probably don't mind getting stacks in, I guess. Got to really find out what these players are going to be doing. I'm going to call. Okay, fair enough. All right, unfortunate. But they didn't do it with aces. That's the main thing there. Doesn't feel great, but they didn't do it with aces. Shoved with fine. Okay, so that's important. I can open up here. Three-way pot. Made their day, not our day. It's unfortunate. I'm going to call. We close the action down. There's got to be careful of the ace. The ace of diamonds, the nut flush. Which someone could easily have like an ace of queen, ace of jack. We do potentially block the flush. Definitely calling this one. This could be a painful, and it could be a really, could be a good one for us. They're gonna bet big again. Get the free card. Ooh, king on the river. Mixed bag. If they bet here, got a call. Got a small bet here. You never know. Maybe they call with the 10. We do beat jacks. Just bet it small. Maybe you need to bet a little bit smaller there. Bigger bet there, like about 5 big blinds, maybe 3 big blinds. They might call with pocket twos or something like that. Something that hasn't hit. Something that hasn't hit a set. Just a baby pair. Ace high maybe calls. But I'm happy with that play anyway. Yeah, with the ace king hand, probably should have folded. But at the same time, just curious to see if they're just going to shove with more than just aces. We all know that they do that with Zoom poker. A regular poker is a little bit different. All right, we got a 6. We'll bet it, and we got position as well. Our hand needs defending. It didn't 3-bet us pre-flop. Get a ton of folds here. Yeah, it still works. Some of these moves still work from the other side. Same thing again here. Didn't 3-bet pre. We do have a 9, so if we're wrong, we can bet here and still. Ooh, okay. We're gonna. All right, we'll bet this one. And yeah, so we 3-bet light. Raising it up with ace queen. So ace queen's either 3-bet or fold. But they do have a limper. So we'll squeeze with ace queen. And we'll see what they're going to do there with it. Okay, raises. Alright, I'll fold. Good fold. Board was terrible. I have called in those spots, and they usually have ace, king, or aces. Maybe even kings. So if we don't hit an ace, we're probably going to lose the hand. And even if we do hit an ace, we might be dominated. I think folding this fine though against a 4-bet. Yeah, it's still the same scenario where, people might 3-bet pretty wide, but 4-betting will come quite tight. 6-4 suited, we could 3-bet, but we decided not to. Not going to do anything too fancy yet. And also we're a bit more roll. We've got a bit of bankroll now at least. We're not sitting on $5, $3. We are sitting on 50 something dollars now, so definitely does help. Just trying to build up a bankroll from around $1, $2, and then you have a few winning sessions, and then you have that. It's not out of the ordinary to lose 3 to 5 buy-ins in a session, and when you're that low in the bankroll, it's just gonna hurt. And then it's hard not to question yourself. All right, we'll 3-bet queens. Probably could go a little bit higher here, but we do want action. We don't want someone to just fold. We don't want someone to fold, but that's fine. It's going to fold ace two. I think they're going to be a type of player we could probably try and potentially just start stealing blinds from. So that's another potential thing as well. The R might mean that they're regulars as well. I don't mean R for regular. I mean R is run it twice, but it suggests that they care. So they care enough for it to be to have low variance. So it means they might actually play a lot. Let's get a call fours. We close the action down. Wow. Okay. So check the razor. We could raise this one up. It's a bit of a dry board though. We could potentially be raising here with a ton of hands. So if he's got a king, he's going to be calling. We want the board to pair up with fours though. I'm going to check and trap. Check and trap, and they just fall, call behind anyway. We sent a message anyway. Oh, Jack. That's a small bet. I'm going to fold. Feels like you're milking us. Feels like a milk. Yeah, so the fours we should have bet again. I mean, I've been told before in a video where they say that if you've got a valuable hand, do not just check because they've got to check behind with their marginal hands. So if you've got a valued hand, make them pay to see. Don't give them free information. That's a cool profile. Profile image. All right, pocket twos. All right, so I got quads. That was my first quads on the site. We do close the action down, but we're going to be out of position, so we're going to fold out. Did have a decent price though. Same thing again with twos. We do have a hand, but it's going to be hot. It's going to be very hard to stay in this hand to the river. So we need to shut down the hand as quick as possible. Try and get them to fold out. If you don't see the twos again, it means they're folded. Yeah, so they didn't see bet, so we threw the bet in. And threw in a large bet as well because we didn't want to continue the action. Also, if they do call and we spike a 2 on the turn, that's when we could possibly go for stacks, and hopefully they've got like, king, queen, king, jack or something like that. We get value from those type of hands. Or maybe even a 2-paired hand. All right, queen 4's gone. Seems like my queen 10 got through from a small blind steal, so that's good. So an Ironheart's another one that's going to be on quite a lot, it seems. And that's an, oh yeah, that's the one with the aces. Pocket sevens. What is Soul Catcher doing? We're going to fold it out, that's fine. Raise is big. All right, let's fold. So you got to really pay attention to the sizing, right? Large size means it's quite polarized, meaning they're going to have either a very strong aces and kings, premium pair, or they could have ace king. And sevens could be good there. So it's more of a disciplinary laydown. If they raise only 6 to 9, then we call. But because they've raised so big, we're happy just to fold. And if we do this with across the board with our hands, eventually they're going to raise big with our aces and kings. And possibly we could just cold call. Check. Cold call on the flop and hopefully trap them with overpairs. All right, ace nine, got 2 overcards. We'll bet. Okay, it's time to raise it up. All right, need to squeeze this out. Hopefully MGKR folds. Didn't hit any more equity with this hand. We do beat King Jack, King 10 type hands. We do beat ace and lower, but yeah. Okay, need to pay attention to the 4-bet. So MGK is now 4-betting us, raising us a little bit, testing the boundaries, testing our friendship, so to speak. But we'll keep that in our head just to make sure that, if he gets out of the, does anything silly, we've got to be ready and catch him out. Yeah, sometimes they're going to get I don't even think of the term. If they get out of hand, if they get out of hand, they will fall. Hopefully, fall in trap themselves eventually. And they could be just an aggressive player, but it's going to be interesting now against Soul Catcher though, because Soul Catcher is someone who seems to play strong hands. And MGKR just stands out as someone who probably 3-bets a lot, light bets, tries to steal. Also, bluffs a bit maybe. But are they doing it with nothing, no equity? Are they doing it with equity? So we don't know that part yet. We do know that they're playing multiple tables with us. But it's a small site, so there's going to be a lot of players the same. Trying to do what we're doing, just trying to grind it up. They do have a leaderboard as well, which I haven't really looked into. They got like a daily leaderboard as well. It comes up as a site, so better not click on that because I'm not sure what information comes up to that yet. So I got to be a little bit careful with different things. We can't show our bankroll, so to speak, unfortunately. You got to just take my word for it. Hopefully you've seen enough of my videos to know that it's something I don't really lie about anyway, so. But yeah, we're just trying to grind up. Just queen nine offsuit's gone. But yeah, if you've got suggestions on the table colors, all ears. Happy with that. I want to probably change my profile picture as well. Not sure what as. Maybe as the kangaroo. All right, we'll open up queen nine suited. Probably a little bit loose though, but hopefully my brisk folds as well, and then we get position. Okay, so we've got a flush draw. Just trying to get there cheap. That's all I'm trying to do here. Don't check. Don't check. Please bet. There we go. Hopefully he's got a straight. If he's got like 9-5 or 10-9, but yeah, doesn't matter. We got the flush anyway. And that's actually not a bad board for us. Maybe we've raised a little bit too big. Maybe we should have just raised the 20 big blinds. Yeah, just doubled his size. Although that looks scary to some players. Ace 8. It's going to fold. Don't need to be out of position with a rag. Ace rag. Yes, we're going to be probably betting some of his range. We don't know what his range is though. So we know Soul Catchers is a reasonable tight player. Not reasonable player, but tight player. Somewhat. Bets with a strong hand. Maybe does a lot of over folding. MGKR already seems to be 3-betting a lot. And seems to be possibly getting out of hand. Although it's not exactly proof yet. Pretty card dead at the moment. Yeah, fold out 10 for offsuit. Gets under the gun. I'm going to call, but if we hit, we could be dominated here. Having the ace come up is probably the best thing for us. I'm going to call if a king or a 10 comes out. We do have a straight draw. And the big set, decent sizing, we're going to fold that one. Plus we didn't hit any extra equity as well. Interesting enough though, if they check behind on the turn, the ace might not be good enough for them. And they probably don't have a strong hand. So if a strong hand, scary board, scary card comes down the river, we could probably bet big and get them, blow them off a hand. 10s with 3-betting against the cutoff, I think it was. All right, we take it down. Perfect. All 3-bet ace 10 offsuit. Queen 5 is gone. All right, perfect. We'll take it. Every little bit counts. Let's just get a call with ace 10. We need to make sure we don't play multi-way pot with ace 10. It doesn't play well post flop. See if we can draw in another table since we're not really doing too much here. MKR. Just expanding the tables again. Need to have it so it saves. King maybe should have bet. Ooh, 5 big blinds. Could afford that one. He's under the gun and he's short stacked. Fishy player, I guess. Not a good flop for the heads up hand, that's for sure. Checks here again. Do we go for the block? Okay, at 9. If we bet there, 100%, 100 and 200% he's calling. So that was interesting. He wants us to bet into him. Yeah, so he wanted us to bet on the river on a paired board. That's what I pretty much said. So it can actually trap us. All right, now it gets interesting because now we do have a bluff catcher here. Got to do the same thing he did to us. If he bets here, I think we're calling. Don't think he's going to have a 6. He could have higher pockets though. He could have pocket 8s, pockets 5s. I think we just won that one anyway. Yeah, we won that one. We had 4s, didn't show. Alright, A7's gone. We will raise this one up 4 times the big blind, banging the small blind against our friend MGKR. And can't really be scared of them since they play a lot of tables. We also play a lot of tables as well. So we need to make sure that keep everything in perspective. Going to half pot this one. Could easily have a 9 though. And gonna throw a bet this one. We've got a lot of barrel cards we could throw into. So Jack, and you know, we've got connectors to that Jack. So a turn card could come a club, could come a straight draw as well. So we could throw another bet on the turn. So if he didn't believe us on the turn, he can believe us on. If he didn't believe us on the flop, he can believe us on the turn and fold out. And we can do a ton of semi bluffing. Second. Folding out. All right, we've got ace queen. Definitely raising ace queen here. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will end it there and talk to you in the next video. think we're down in blind. Catch you next time.